Good morning, welcome to day 5 of Vlogtober 2021. So I was going to start this video a bit earlier, but if you watched yesterday's video, I mentioned that we're having issues with our bed, or I'm having issues with our bed, that I think it's too soft and it doesn't provide enough support for me, because I always feel like I'm stopping myself from sliding down the bed. And this morning I got a reminder from the bed company to send in the information that they want before they make an exchange or whatever it is they do. I am hoping that they'll make an exchange for something firmer, but let's see what decisions they're going to make. So that's what I've been doing. I've also had 2 scrambled eggs. So the day after I do a walk run, I tend to feel a bit low in energy, so it really helps to have some breakfast, and I don't tend to have breakfast. Normally I'd have brunch or lunch between 12 and 2 o'clock, depending on how busy I am or what I'm doing that day. But definitely the day after a run, I need the extra energy, and I think I'm going to have a B-complex supplement as well, just to help me keep my energy levels up. And the reason for that is to stop me snacking on food that I shouldn't be snacking on. So that's my day so far, and now I'm going to go and pick some images from the videos I've taken. And I purposely took videos because I just want to get it done, and finding the settings for the camera to take the proper shots will take a lot longer, and I just want to get it done, sent off and get the response basically. So I'm going to do that now, and I will see you later. So after a bit of time and a bit of struggle, I've managed to get the mattress cover and the fitted sheet onto the mattress, as you can see. And I was worried about this really, because it's easy to take the stuff off the bed, but putting it back on when you're on your own, and I am only 5 foot, is a fair bit of a struggle, because the mattress is really heavy and it's really difficult to get the corners in. And I think that was my worry before, and I think that just shows the benefit of running and upping my exercise levels in the past few weeks, or in the past month really, because I have noticed that I'm a lot stronger than I was about a month ago. So it's definitely working, and I know that there's less aches and pains. And I also noticed that my abdominals are a lot stronger, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to lift even just the edges of the mattress. And I'm really happy and pleased with myself, to be honest, to get the mattress cover and the fitted sheet back onto the mattress. Woohoo!
So many times I wanted to put my arms around you just.
Now that I've got the bed sorted and ready for when I'm ready to go to sleep, it's time for lunch. But before I do that, I thought I'd share my shopping haul. So I thought, as part of Vlogtober day 5, I'll show you what I've got to eat for the week. To start off with, we've got a bunch of cruciferous vegetables. So we've got curly kale, we've got cauliflower, we've got broccoli, and we've got pak choy. And that pak choy was actually supposed to go with our dinner on Sunday, but I made a different dish instead. And the reason that we have a lot of cruciferous vegetables in our diet, or generally, is because it helps with my menopause symptoms, and it also helps with getting our gut bacteria in balance. And it's well known that our gut bacteria has a great effect on our health, which is why we have lots of cruciferous vegetables in our diet. And for me, to be honest, I find that cruciferous vegetables are really versatile. So you've probably seen that I add it to rice quite a lot, and that's what I'll be doing tonight, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But sometimes we just have half a plate of cruciferous vegetables or whatever vegetables we've got, and meat or a source of protein, namely fish, again for the menopause symptoms. Also, I find fish really helps with hormone balance and keeping my skin, hair and nails healthy. So as you can see, I know I'm being very brave in these videos, not having any makeup, but I think I've got used to it now. And if you've been following me for a while, you're probably used to me looking as I do, and I've just realised the junk that we have in the corner. So I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, next on the shopping is, so we've got green beans and a mix of peppers. So I'll cook. What else? We've got cherry tomatoes. That's the salad that I opened yesterday, and I think I'm going to have to wash that when I have another portion of it. More salad, watercress, spinach and rocket. Again, if you've watched a few of my videos, you'll see me talk a lot about gut health and, or rather, digestive enzymes. So the spinach, rocket and watercress mix is really good for your digestive enzymes. And the reason for that is because it doesn't matter how healthy your diet is. If you're not releasing digestive enzymes, you won't be able to break down the food that you're eating into small enough particles for you to absorb all the nutrients out of it. So that's why, again, bitter foods, bitter leaves and salads and things like that I have for my lunches mostly, because for the purpose of supporting my digestive supporting my digestive enzymes. So for my lunches this week, I have mackerel fillets, which I'll just pan fry at some point in the week. I've also got salmon and hollandaise fish cakes. I've got black pudding, and a special request I asked Mr. G to get was lamb neck. And the reason for that is because I've done a few lamb neck recipes or dishes while he's been away, but I've gotten to the point that I got a bit too lazy to record what I'm doing and to post it on the channel, so I thought I'd do that today. I'll have the lamb neck today. So for the rest of the week, I've got pork loin steaks, and what I'm going to do with the pork is to cook a Filipino dish and cook it with the black pudding. And I thought I might show how to make that this time around, because in all honesty we haven't had the dish for about 4 months, or sometime in April I think we had that. If you're looking for a Filipino dish to try, that might be something you might be interested in, so I'll do that probably tomorrow. Now, as you can see in the background, Mr. G bought a bottle of wine. I wasn't expecting that to be there. I was going to ask him, but I totally forgot, because last night was a bit of a rush, again to do with all the editing. Soya milk and what's left over from our chips from last night. So in terms of the chips, because Mr. G came home late last night, he had his hair cut and he actually got home around 7:30. So for dinner we had fish, chips and beans, which was really easy to do. It was bang in the oven, heat up the beans, and that's that. And we managed to actually sit down by about 8:05, which again was late, but it wasn't too bad. And to be honest, we don't have chips very often, probably once a month if we get really lazy. and I don't feel guilty for it. But because he's not here today and there's half a bag of chips left, I think what I'm going to do is, because I had a fillet of chicken from yesterday's meal left, so I'm going to put some chips and the chicken in the oven to heat up, and I'm going to have that for my lunch. And now it's time to put all this back in the fridge. So it's about 2:15 now, and after sharing my shopping haul with you and what I'm having for the rest of the week, it took a bit of time and I'm quite hungry. So I'll show you what I'm having. I'm having one of the chicken grills that was left over from yesterday. I put it in the oven with the chips, so I'm hoping it's still okay and not overcooked. And of course the chips, just to use them up, because food waste really isn't good. And as you can see, I've added some sauerkraut onto the chips. It's around 5:20 now, and surprisingly the weather has picked up and it's quite nice and sunny out there. I did start editing the video for today, but I got a bit sidetracked because I was WhatsApping with my friend, and I'm trying to get her to do some vlogging too. That way at least I've got someone that I can speak with about my passion, I guess. So she lives in London, and I said to her that I was so jealous that she's still in London and there's so many things to see in London, because transport is a lot easier. You can hop on the train or the bus to get to anywhere you want to. And whereas here I'm in Winchester and I need to get a train to get anywhere or have a car, which I don't have. So I'm a bit stuck, apart from going to the local areas and you watching me going for my run walk. So that's my predicament. And now, while it's still light, I'm going to start on dinner, and basically I'm going to cook the lamb neck, which I have had a few times when Mr. G has been away, but I've just been getting into the kitchen too late to do any recording of what I'm doing. So while I've still got brilliant light, I'm going to try and record things for you. However, because it's so late now, and I'm sure if you do any vlogging you'll understand how long it takes to do anything, that what would take half an hour will probably take an hour, if not longer. At this point I'm going to say good night, have a good evening, and I will record what's going on and I will share it on tomorrow's video, so remember to come back for that one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.